Dear learners, welcome to today's class. Today it is MSO E4 paper. Uh, Today it is the sixth class. So I welcome to Dr. PK Jaina. No doubt, due to this pandemic, all are locked down in the home. So it is a right kind of opportunity to join through Google Meet. So we are trying for this e-counseling session. So I hopefully and I hope definitely it will help to our learners because no doubt the number is very less. Still, is very encouraging sign. What we are hoping that our learners are going through by the our YouTube channel and they are listening the recording. So this classroom is very effective because in this pandemic it's very tough to reach to the study center. The objectives of IGNOU to reaching to the unreached or reaching to the doorstep of the learners in true sense, it's going to get success because you are telling to learners, don't come to us. So you are reaching to your doorstep to the every learners. So with these words, once again I welcome to Dr. Jaina. So now I hand over the session to Dr. Jaina.
Thank you, sir, for your introduction, and thank you for the hardship that you are taking for arranging the classes. So, welcome to all the learners to the class. So today we will discuss about block 6, uh, book 2, that is city of occupations, city and occupations, a comparative perspective, and few case studies. So there are 3 chapters in this unit, in this block. The first will discuss about the formal sector. So in industry or in an economy, we normally come in contact 2 kinds of sector, that is formal sector and informal sector. So in industrial economy, so both these sectors spheres is very important in providing employment to workers. So formal sector basically in urban society consists of an organized sector. Formal sector means we may call it as organized sector, and informal sector may be called as non-organized or unorganized sector. So urban formal sector basically consists of the organized sector and can be viewed as a sector consisting of activities carried out by the corporate enterprises. Carried out by the corporate enterprises and the government, both central, state, and the local government, with the help of wage paid labor. Wage paid labor. That is called as what is formal sector. It consisting of workers, that is permanent workers. So are the corporate sector in government and both central, state, and local level. So people, those who are working in these are come under the formal sector. So these are the large scale industries or medium scale industries, government, that is both central, state, and local, corporate bodies. All these the workers, those who are working in this sector, are come under the formal sector. That is the formal sector of the economy. The manufacturing units are all manufacturing, processing, repair, and maintenance services registered or not registered under the Factory Act and pertains to the organized sector. Organized sector under it. The factories employing more than 10 or less than 10 workers and using power or employing 20 or more than 20 workers without power in a reference or belong to the registered manufacturing sector. So that is what is known as the formal sector. So formal sector it is significant in providing employment, and it provides employment to a huge amount of population in the economy. after liberalization, the employment in the formal sector has increased. But prior to liberalization and post-liberalization, there is a growth rate in the employment in this formal sector. All regions of the country experienced a marked acceleration in employment after the post-liberalization era. So, let us discuss about what is formal sector and what is informal sector. So, the comparison between formal and informal sector. So, informal sector refers to those who are unorganized sector. That is the street vendors, self-employed persons. Informal sector बोली କହିପାରିବା. So there are certain characteristics of formal sector and informal sector. ତା ଭିତରେ କେତେକ formal sector ର କେତେକ ଲକ୍ଷଣ ଆମେ ଆଲୋଚନା କରିପାରିବା. Formal sector has certain characteristics and informal sector has certain characteristics. So informal sector has certain characteristics, that is low level skills, whereas formal sector has a high level of skill or organized training. There is a comparison between the characteristics of formal sector and informal. Formal sector characteristics will be that is better training or high level of training, difficult to entry. It is not easy to get a job in the formal sector. Then there is better paid employment. Formal sector, it has characteristics that if you are employed in a formal sector, then your employment is secured and your payment is better. And then it is service security is another characteristics of formal sector. That is formal sector service security achi, protections achi, and future pension scheme is so. These are the characteristics of a formal sector. And another feature of formal sector is that you are under the protection of law. You are under the protection of the law in a formal sector. On the other hand, informal sector has certain characteristics. The first characteristic of informal sector is that it's low level of skill. Informal sector, unorganized sector is when it comes from the skillless, less skilled worker. Low level of education, low level of skill, and easy to entry or easy to get a job in informal sector. And it is based on laborer, contract labor, street vendorship, or self-employment. So easy to entry. That is very easy to get a job or get a work in the informal sector. Then in informal sector there is low paid. Informal sector low paid. Payment is low in comparison to formal sector. Low payment. Then third, there is another is this informal sector mainly consists of immigrant workers. That is those people who are migrate from rural to urban areas. They may be called as immigrant workers, composed of immigrant workers. So largely composed of immigrant workers. So these are the characteristics of the insecurity. There is no future. Insecurity is another characteristics of informal sector. That's the way our insecurity. So a basis re ame formal sector or informal sector लक्षण गुड़े जानले. Then our comparison between formal, organized, and informal or organized sector. If you give towards an economy of a country, the labor force in all developing economies consists of these two broad categories: organized and organized labor force. In organized sector, the labor productivity is likely to be high. Your formal sector, urbanized sector, labor productivity is high. Because they employ or engage skilled worker. Skilled worker productivity high in comparison to informal or organized sector. Incomes also better, relatively high and conditions of work and conditions of service are also better. So these are certain conditions that is in informal sector. Informal sector so there is a comparison. How can compare between organized sector and unorganized sector? How can we compare? So the major comparison is first is on the basis of market structure. So the large manufacturing firms in the formal organized sector operate in markets where prices are controlled by few sellers. Organized sector kana few sellers are those who control the market. And control the markets which are protected from foreign competitions by high tariffs. They sell products mainly to middle and upper income groups. On the other hand, the unorganized sector consists of a large number of small producers. Formal sector, a large producer, a small producer, operating with the narrow margins of a highly competitive market. The products are sold to low income groups. Organized sector, the high income group with the product sell currently. Into 87 low income group with the product sell currently. So that is the variation in the market structure. So market structure of the formal sector is at a higher level, is a competitive market, but in the lower level, it is a low income group. Market structure. Then credit facility. On the basis of credit facility, you can compare formal and informal sector. हमें organized or organized. हमें informal कोइले हमें unorganized sector को बुझे. Informal कोई करिया unorganized sector करिया. Formal को हमें organized sector करिया. Formal sector कोई करिया organized sector करिया. So on the basis of credit facilities available, we can distinguish between formal or organized and informal or unorganized sector with a difference. The organized sector has greater access to cheap credit provided by the various financial institutions, whereas the unorganized sector often depends on money lenders, or they can't get easy. They do not have easy access to credit. Easy access, and whatever credit they receive from money lenders, the rate of interest is charged very high. But organized sector rate, less interest rate, they receive many finance from the different financial institutions. So on the basis of credit facility, there is also difference. So another difference may be distinguished. The formal sector may be distinguished from informal sector, or organized sector may be distinguished from unorganized sector on the basis of technologies used in their work or in their production process. उत्पादन प्रक्रिया रे सेमाने व्यवहार करुथिबा प्रौद्योगिक ज्ञान कौशल भित्तिरे आमे औपचारिक बा अनौपचारिक सेक्टर भितरे आमे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट बा पार्थिक रखि परिबा. So technology, the formal organized sector uses capital intensive technology, whereas the informal and unorganized sector uses the labor intensive or indigenous technology. So capital intensive technology कौन? Capital intensive technology कहले where higher firm machines or are used, technically sound machines are used. Capital intensive technology. Imported technologies from foreign countries are used. ताको हमें capital कहना. इटा capital intensive कहेंगी. Organized sector or formal sector रे they invest more capital for the purchase of technology or purchase of factories, machines that will give more production. But on the other hand, informal sector or unorganized sector, they adopt the labor-intensive technology. That means that is manual labor. They use manual labor or little bit of small machines. That is who is not technically very high updated. So, or indigenous technology is currently unorganized sector. Suppose you can say about the chara luga buniga that is a small indigenous technology. In the spinning mill that is a capital intensive technology. There is the difference between capital intensive labor intensive. ଆମର ଗାଁରେ ତନ୍ତୀ ଲୋକମାନେ ଯୋଉ ଲୁଗା ବୁଣନ୍ତି ତନ୍ତକୁ ବ୍ୟବହାର କରି ସେଟାକୁ ଆମେ କହୁ ଲେବର ଇଣ୍ଟେନ୍ସିଭ ବା ଇଣ୍ଡିଜେନସ୍ ଟେକ୍ନୋଲୋଜି। କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେଇ ସ୍ପିନିଂ ମିଲରେ ସେଇ ଲୁଗାଟା ତିଆରି ହୁଏ ସେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ତାକୁ टेक्सटाइल इंडस्ट्री आमे ताकू सेटाକୁ को कैपिटल इंटेंसिव कैन a huge amount of money is required or invested to purchase a textile machine or a spinning machine. So that is the difference between technology. Then the role of a government. On the basis of the role of the government, you can distinguish the organized and unorganized sector. The organized sector has a privileged position as far as government is concerned. An organized sector is always patronized by the government. Government gives different kinds of subsidy, different kinds of benefits, opportunities to the formal sector. But informal sector, the unorganized sector is denied from it. As you consider kind. So role of government issue in different machine button supply this organized sector too. Role of government patronizes them, but these spenders do not get any systematic support from the government. Rather, they receive an haphazard at the time of occasion. जब हमें वर्तमान कोरोना समय government facility दूसरी street vendor उठा दुकान so that is occasional, but there is no reference how much of organized. There is no government has no record how many of unorganized sectors are working in a particular city. So that's why they fail to get any kind of government patronization or government service. So on this basis, you can also distinguish between formal and informal sector. Then protection. On the basis of protection, you can distinguish the formal organization and informal organization. The formal sector by informal sector. The organized sector is protected by various types of labor legislation. Organized sector or formal sector is always protected by different kind of labor legislation. There by strong trade unions. Firm trade union. In the unorganized sector, trade union nahi, but unionism. They are remain out of the unionism. Unionism the bahar se. So that's why there is a it can be distinguished from organized to formal or informal. There is a distinction. Labor legislation protection provide to the workforce in the organized sector, whereas the labor legislation has no protection for the unorganized sector. So these are some of the differences or distinctions that between formal and informal. But formal organization by organized sector of characteristics janela, informal organization of characteristics by unorganized sector characteristics janela. With the point of differences now you mark. Then let us discuss about employment growth. Employment growth in formal organized manufacturing. So, if you formal, informal, you keep it in mind from question point of this. The question may come about what is formal sector, what is characteristics, what is informal, what is characteristics. Make a distinction between the two. So, these are the points. So then, what are the next is how employment growth in formal organized sector. Employment growth can be formal organized sector set up discussion kara. Prior to liberalization, the employment facilities in organized sector almost stagnant. There is no the percentage of growth of employment in this sector are very low. But it has substantially greatly increased after 1991 with the acceptance of liberalization policy. Liberalization policy की ग्रहण करने पर it has grown. The percentage of employment has going on increasing. Employment in organized sector manufacturing grew at the rate of 0.53% per annum वर्ष को 0.53 basis रे increase कला. The next 5 years 91 to 95-6 the growth rate was much higher, that to 4.03 rate growth. कहना जो post liberalization तो liberalization अभी भी कल आरंभ लाते हैं देखिए growth है ला, but that was just sluggish growth. Then after some days, then it was a higher growth rate so far, that is 4.03% growth per annum growth rate है ला. ता परवर्ती also ठीक है slide कम ला, but almost 4% level of growth is maintained because of the adoption of the policy of liberalization by the then government, that is Manmohan Singh, P.V. Narasimha Rao government. So then effect of economic reform on the formal sector. So ये जो economic reform है ला, with the introduction of liberalization economic policy, जो उदारीकरण अर्थनीति को ग्रहण करागला, से ता फलरे कौन effect रहिला economic reform on the formal sector. Formal sector ऊपरे economic reform है ला liberalization, तार कौन effect सब रहेगा. The increasing employment availability or acceleration in employment growth according to some sector in the formal sector can be attributed to the process of major economic reform that was initiated in India during 1991. 1991 में जो इकोनॉमिक रिफॉर्म है ला, दैट इज लिबरेशन अडॉप्टेड, अनेक स्कॉलर मत दियंती ये जो रिफॉर्म ता हला, ये रिफॉर्म जोगु ही एम्प्लॉयमेंट ग्रोथ हला ऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर है. It has been pointed out that the favorable effect of employment was due to greater labor flexibility and increased trade orientation to changes the structure of industry in favor of labor intensive industry. That is a favorable employment. Employment ऊपर यार उधर favorable effect होगा. क्या पढ़े employment का बुद्धि बटे को लगला. The new economic policy is expected to have an adverse effect on industrial employment. तापर केतक जगह रे मतलब ता adverse effect मतलब होइला. केतक employment people लोग employment औरेले हैं. Economic reforms have resulted in increased competition. Economic liberalization, then liberalization, privatization, globalization, evolution in cutthroat competition. When cutthroat competition विश्वास करे, मनमोहन सिंह did and declare that survive, compete and survive. If you do not compete, you will perish. So compete or perish. Choice is it. तब compete तो प्रतियोगिता करो, नाले perish कर जाओ. This was the call of this economic reform. So as a result, a number of economic reforms resulted in increased competition and improved access to foreign technology and imported capital goods. These are resulting in a drive by industrial firms towards the adoption of advanced technology. और यहाँ पर कौन है ला, industrial houses सब नुआ प्रकार advanced technology की adopt करे. नुआ technology adopt करिया पड़े. What happens? Now some people might have lose their jobs. केतक लोग संतर job की हो रहे हैं. So it has also adverse effect on the economy and capital right. The industrial firms try to save the cost, become more competitive by cutting down the employment. So when cost कमिया पाई, employment मतलब कमे देले. They reduce employment to reduce the cost of production. कहना competitive market रे exist करे पाए हेले, तांको price low करे पड़ो. Price low करे बोले तांको competitive price करी की employment हरास करे. So as a result, employment मतलब कासो पहला से step up करे. So by that way, effect economic reform has both positive as well as adverse effect on the economy, on the formal sector. Formal sector ऊपरे उभय positive आउ negative रहेगा. तेणु केतक स्कॉलर मतलब कहले the adverse effect of the reform, economic reform is very higher than its favorable effect. तेणु यार adverse effect ता अधिक प्रभावशाली रहेला than favorable effect. So then, what are the characteristics of formal sector of employment in the post-reform period? ये जो post-reform period बोले जो liberalization जो reform है ला, So say reform period of pore, what are the characteristics of formal sector employment? जो formal sector में जो employment मिलता है और कौन-कौन से features रहा? So what are the features of this career? Employment grows rapidly in both the public and private sector factories after 1970. Grew. Then in the 1990s, the growth rate of employment, the public sector factories had come down further. And 1991-97, by contrast, the growth of employment in private sector factories recovered and surpassed the growth of prevailing 1990 ପରେ ଯେତେ ସବୁ employment growth था ये अधिक हैला in different industry class of factories the rate of employment also differ ये जो growth हैला employment रो सेटा different industry different प्रकार हैला so distribution of employment को हमें भिन्न-भिन्न basis से देखा जाई पारे the distribution of employment by size of class factory को class रा factory विभिन्न factory the employment differ भिन्न भितर हैला there are factory size टाको हमें भिन्न-भिन्न on the basis of number of persons employed in a factory सही basis रे हमें classify कर सकते जेते प्रकार factory by industry टाको number of persons employed in that industry सही basis रे हमें टाको classify करि परिबा on that basis we can classify these industries can be we can classify as 0 to 49 पर्यंत व्यक्ति एंगेज होइतबा 50 रु 99 100 रु 199 200 रु 499 500 रु 999 1000 रु 1999 2000 रु 4000 5000 plus so these are the basis of factory size एते तो फैक्टरी अछि 50 जन भीतर एंगेज करंती so सेठी the effect will be different distribution employment the employment of growth different है अधिक 500 रु अधिक रे सिग्निफिकेंट प्रकार employment and distribution employment the size of class of factory shows that there is a marked changes in the size structure the size structure रे गोटे number of marked changes मार्क करा गला एक चिन्हित परिवर्तन देखा गला इंडस्ट्री the size of class 500 to 50 employment gain by size of classes 2000 is lost जेते से देखा गला जे 500 भितरे लोकन को एंगेज देथिबा लोक माने इनका भितरे बेटर हैला एम्प्लॉयमेंट का अधिक गेन करा ना अधिक एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्रिएट करा जाय परला whereas more than 1000 or 2000 ऊपर एंगेज करथिबा लोकन एंगेज करथिया फैक्टरी गुडा कर एम्प्लॉयमेंट सही परिमाण रे वृद्धि हैला नै the growth of employment is less in the than industries सही प्रकार इंडस्ट्री गुडा फैक्टरी कम होता तेणु एगुड़ा कहीं द साइज ऑफ 5000 प्लस इज द मोस्ट कैपिटल इंटेंसिव एंड लीस्ट लेबर इंटेंसिव जेडा हवार कारण हला 2000 ऊर्ध 5000 ऊर्ध एंगेज करता फैक्टरी गुडा सेडा सब मोस्टली कैपिटल इंटेंसिव so as they are capital intensive naturally employment growth is low and they gives more their purpose is how to reduce individual and use more and more sophisticated machines so that because of this reason they fail to produce or employ create more employment hence माने अधिक employment create करे required then the growth rate of employment and gross value added another point to discuss here is the growth rate of employment का growth rate ता केमि देउची एवं ता संगे employment growth संगे केते परिमाण दा value add हो that is important if employment खाली बढ़िबो किंतु value addition न हो then particularly that do not have a good for the economy so on for this basis so there are different factories सेतरे different factories होला ताकू सब जातो गोटे लेखा allocation करा गला industry code there are different codes अनेक प्रकार इंडस्ट्री अछि फूड प्रोडक्ट इंडस्ट्री कतरी बेवरेज टोबैको कॉटन टेक्सटाइल leather product chemical product rubber plastic petroleum a number of industries are there so ए जो इंडस्ट्री गुडा रहला ता समस्तकर ग्रोथ एम्प्लॉयमेंट समान न एवं काहेकि ना समस्तकर वैल्यू एडिशन मते समान जोटी वैल्यू एडिशन अधिक रहिबो नेचुरली सेठी ग्रोथ रेट टा अधिक हबार संभावना अधिक अधिक ए बेसिस पे देखिले the protection, investment, incentive, credit control, and promotion of industry in the public sector discriminated against the small and favored capital intensive large scale ये जो सब इंडस्ट्री से माने विभिन्न इयर से मानकर वैल्यू एडिशन पर एनम माने विभिन्न विभिन्न परसेंट रे डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ वैल्यू एडिशन जो करे So it is seen that the growth rate of employment increased after 1990 in most industries. तो यहाँ देखा गला जो 1990 मसीहा परे प्राय सब इंडस्ट्री एम्प्लॉयमेंट परसेंट अधिक होइछि and there are almost across the broad acceleration in employment growth सब इंडस्ट्री uniformly growth होइछि as against that the growth rate of value added declined after 1990 majority of the industries at the aggregate level किंतु वैल्यू एडिशन ता जो एम्प्लॉयमेंट ग्रोथ हला किंतु वैल्यू एडिशन ता तापरे कमिया लागला केते कमे केते कमे मेजॉरिटी ऑफ इंडस्ट्री अधिकांश इंडस्ट्री एम्प्लॉयमेंट ग्रोथ करले किंतु वैल्यू एडिशन ता कमला therefore it appears that some common factors have favored employment growth in a large number of industries in the post recession period even though output growth has not accelerated output growth हला एम्प्लॉयमेंट ग्रोथ हला कि जो रेट रे एम्प्लॉयमेंट ग्रोथ हला से हिसाब रे जो आउटपुट ग्रोथ का हवा कथा से ग्रोथ रा सेति की हला आज रिजल्ट सेटो हम कहले कोन दैट इज ए वैल्यू एडिशन इज लेस देन कारण एम्प्लॉयमेंट बढ़िला आंसर वैल्यू एडिशन से हिसाब बढ़िया कथा जे से हिसाब रे न बढ़िला तेनु ताको हम तो कह परबा इट इज लेस वैल्यू एडिशन देन ग्रोथ रेट इन वेज and mandates for employees growth rate in wage rate जो हम कहते real wage so there are different kinds of industry in that in prior to 1990-80 employment decline in many industries 80 परे अनेक इंडस्ट्री एम्प्लॉयमेंट डिक्लाइन करा किंतु परवर्ती समय रे विशेष करी केतेक इंडस्ट्री लाइक फूड प्रोडक्ट कॉटन टेक्सटाइल जूट टेक्सटाइल वुड प्रोडक्ट ऐसे रे एम्प्लॉयमेंट कमे लागला but these industries is labor intensive and accounting of 41% of the total manufacturing employment in 98. In these cases, the downward trend in employment was arrested in the 1980s and rise करेगा। तेणु एठी कोन हला एम्प्लॉयमेंट ता ए केतेक स्पेसिफिक इंडस्ट्री बढ़िला आफ्टर 90s किंतु अन्य इंडस्ट्री कम होबो लागला। The growth of real wage and managed employees is different. तेणु the growth rate of real wage in aggregate manufacturing declined significantly and this occurred in a majority of the industry. Capital real wage ta बढ़िला किंतु in aggregate form रे real wage ta ह्रास पाए। The inter-industry pattern changes in the rate of growth employment and real wages and inverse relationship can be seen between the two. The extent of acceleration in employment is generally higher in those industries in which there has been a greater decline in the growth rate of real wage. जो growth rate real wage का decline कला सेठी ठीक है better है ना employment growth का generally higher रहेगा। So that is then regional variation in organized industrial employment. Regional variation in organized industrial employment in India. ये जो organized sector में जो industrial employment अच्छी तार regional variation from one region to another. सेटा के ऊपर कौन हला discuss. Post liberalization period. Post liberalization period कले हमें लबे का लबे परसों को सेटे regional variation अच्छी. In India, a number of states are there, different varied states. All states are not uniformly developed. So there are some developed states like Maharashtra, Punjab, Gujarat, West Bengal. So these are some developed states. But there are certain less developed states or undeveloped states like poverty taken Bihar, Odisha, that count is less developed. So accordingly, So average annual growth rate in organized industrial employment in India during the decade was very small. Prior economic reform पूर्व liberalization पूर्व decade और पर decade the annual growth rate in organized industrial employment in India during decade was very small. But there were 4 states in which the absolute level of employment declined. Average state जोड़ा particularly West Bengal, Gujarat, Maharashtra, ये सब average कमी आगे लगला. But total, but 75% of the total decline in these states. States में 70% decline. The states showing not marginal but significant increase in employment. कितना state में तो देखेले like Haryana, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, gain kale in the percentage rate. Then at the regional level, the biggest gainer was the southern region due mainly to Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Southern region ने better benefit है. The conflicting movements amongst the industrially developed nation states left the size of the total industrial workforce unchanged. Unchanged due to industrially developed. केतेक स्टेट रे केतेक स्पेसिफिक इंडस्ट्री मध्य कमियाकू लागला. In Maharashtra, the decline was relatively more widespread. Maharashtra रे मध्य decline हला. केतेक स्पेसिफिक इंडस्ट्री like food product, cotton textile, silk and synthesis ये सब रे केतेक decline हलाकू लागला. So even state like Odisha recorded a 40,000 increase during the decade. Into on the other hand, Odisha रे 40,000 increase. Agriculture related industry that showed significant growth in the employment. Andhra Pradesh as well as Karnataka, where wool, silk and the synthetic fibers, cotton textile products and leather products पूरा सूट. ये सब state रे मध्य प्रदेश recorded for increase कला recorded increase कला. Then in all both in agriculture related and non-agriculture related industries, the decline in employment in the 80s appeared to be very quite specific. ये जो क्षेत्र है particularly 80 दशक पर agriculture and non-agriculture related industry is employment decline था आंकड़न को लगेगा. And the growth of employment post-liberalization period. Post-liberalization period कौन हला वैसा तो post-liberalization period के लिए हमें क्या बोलते हैं? एक अलग रूप वाला बेगा वाला रूप तो कल this is the post-liberalization period. ये कौन हला? The growth in employment in the organized manufacturing sector in India during the post-liberalization period was distinctly higher. इसके अंदर हमें बहुत अधिक है. That is more than above 4%. growth है per annum as against 0.6% in the preceding decade. जोड़ा पूर्व 0.6.11 भीतर होगा liberalization पर इड़ा होता 4.3 तो दिखा increased to 4.3. So all the states except Bihar and Delhi recorded a positive growth. The states that recorded higher than all India growth are Karnataka, all India growth rate higher employment growth kale. थोड़ा करा Tamil Nadu, Haryana, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Maharashtra. Then both Odisha and Assam recorded 3.69% and 3.33% growth rate during the post-liberalization period. Odisha ra post-liberalization period growth rate केतला ना पता कि 3.69%. इतनी मतलब होता है. Then during this period, there has been a slight increase in the share of the agricultural-related industries. The different industrial, the agriculture-related industries, or non-agricultural-related industries. So, two states, Bihar and Delhi, registered absolute decline in the labor force in the sector. Labor force sector को communicate, so a decline. Then the increase in employment was mainly in food and food product industries, beverage, tobacco products, and in textile products. ये जो development जो तक हला सेगुड़ा केतक रीजन भित्तिक न होई विशेष करी इंडस्ट्री भित्तिक है that was based on industry भित्तिक को इंडस्ट्री का food processing तापरे employment in food processing रहला इंडस्ट्री हैला बेवरेज हैला टोबैको प्रोडक्ट हैला टेक्सटाइल प्रोडक्ट हैला ए सब गुडा करे हैला अधिक ग्रोथ हैला इंक्रीज इन employment growth था इते अधिक अचीवमेंट हैला then in non agricultural industry it was seen that three states Gujarat, Maharashtra and Karnataka recorded a widespread increase in almost all industrial groups or industry groups and states in western and southern region recorded employment in many industry groups resulting in the highest rate of increase in the growth of employment. Then we discuss about the case study in Andhra Pradesh. Case study in Andhra Pradesh characteristics of formal sector employment. Formal sector employment ର कौन characteristics ताकू हमें आंध्र प्रदेश को गोटे केस स्टडी हिसाब रे नहीं करी हम आलोचना कर सकते तो वर्क पार्टिसिपेशन रेट्स इन आंध्र प्रदेश हैज बीन मच हायर देन द इंडिया ऑल इंडिया लेवल वर्क पार्टिसिपेशन लेवल कहले द पीपल पार्टिसिपेशन इन वर्क ए लेवल द डिग्री ऑफ पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ पीपल ओडिसा रे आंध्र रे पूरा जो मेल फीमेल समस्त तंका कठिन परिश्रम करके बिलरे सने एंगेज होती but in Odisha our women folk do not want to work in the field. They do not have strong participation. Even males are lazy, lethargic, few, majority of them are lazy, lethargic. Even youths are reluctant to have physical work in their field. So naturally, in comparison to other states of Odisha, work participation level that all India are through work Andhra Pradesh re मतलब higher. Work participation, workforce participation rate. वर्क रे लोकमंत्र पार्टिसिपेशन जो कमेंट करते तार जो आर सेटा आंध्र रे ऑल इंडिया हार ठार मध्ये अधिक जो यंगर जनरेशन ता एजुकेशन ने लंगा पीरियड पई एंगेज होंदी सेति पई दे रिमेन आउट ऑफ द लेबर बट बाकी रेस्ट ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन ऑफ आंध्र प्रदेश are all engaged in some kind of physical work. So in Andhra Pradesh, 25 lakh workers were in the formal sector or organized sector manufacturing by 1998. 98 sudah 20.5 lakh workers against the total workforce in India, that is 387.5 lakh. So there were 20.5 lakh workers in formal sector in Andhra Pradesh. In other words, organized sector workers form only around 5.5%, while unorganized sector constitutes the bulk, that is 94%, 4.5%. इटा केवल 5.5% रहलकु सेटा 94%, 94.5% is. So employment in the organized sector in Andhra Pradesh increased from 12.36 lakh in 75-76 to 20.72 lakh in 1992. And how rate of growth is very higher. In the urban area, the deceleration of growth and employment in the organized sector in Andhra Pradesh over time. किंतु धीरे धीरे कौन हला organized formal sector रे बा organized sector रे employment Andhra Pradesh रे कम होइला. The latter part of the 90s the growth rate तक के बढ़िला 1.6 per annum. So increase in organized employment in Andhra Pradesh has been marginal. In organized employment growth था बेसी नॉइगी द प्राइम marginal level. In Andhra Pradesh, the public sector accounts for 70 to 80% of the organized employment in the formal sector. Andhra Pradesh re public sector re formal sector employment has 70-80% of organized sector. So the growth rate of public sector employment in the 1970 and 80 was quite higher. On the other hand, the private sector employment has been grown at the rate of 4.8%. Then unemployment and poverty. What is the relations between unemployment and poverty? So there is a unemployment. I mean, क्या कोई बात unemployment. Unemployment कहले when an able-bodied person unable to find some work as per his skill and qualification, then we call him as an unemployed person. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଜଣେ ଲୋକ ତାର ନିଜର ଦକ୍ଷତା କ୍ୱାଲିଟି ଏବଂ ତାର ଅନୁସାରେ ସକ୍ଷମ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି ବା ସକ୍ଷମ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେ ପାଇବାକୁ ଅକ୍ଷମ ହେଲା when he became unable to get due employment ତାର ପାଇଁ ଉପଯୁକ୍ତ ନଥାଇଲା ତାକୁ ଆମେ unemployment ବୋଲି କହିବା. So unemployment has a direct bearing on poverty. Unemployment leads to poverty, and poverty also leads to unemployment. Both are interlinked and interconnected. Both are so unemployment rate is the ratio of unemployed to the total labor force. In the urban areas, the Andhra Pradesh, the unemployment rate are relatively higher than the rural areas. Again, unemployment rates are higher among the male population and the female. However, recent years, urban unemployment in Andhra Pradesh is shown only marginal increase. Thus, while organized employment in the formal sector remained virtually stagnant in the 1980s, there has been a marked acceleration in the growth of employment in 1990s. But during the pre-liberation period, organized manufacturing in the urban formal sector in India experienced a jobless growth. Jobless growth. Growth allowed, but jobs to be done. Jobless growth. However, the northern and southern region recorded a relatively high growth of employment even in during pre-liberation. Pre-liberation means the high growth rate. The industrially developed states experienced stagnant employment growth, while industrially undeveloped states recorded an employment growth of 1.3%. During this post-liberalization period, the employment growth was 4.50% per annum in organized manufacturing. The industrially developed states registered a very few marked rise in employment during the period in the acceleration in employment growth. Then we complete this chapter. Then that is urban informal sector. But formal sector gala, urban formal sector. Then I will discuss about urban informal sector. So informal sector, the labor force in the country, number 370 million of this, 75% are engaged in informal. Jete engage करती तारा opposite percentage informal sector रे करिया कहीं रही था. So informal sector is very crucial for an economy. The economy by informal sector is very crucial. It is very crucial for an economy. Understanding employment relations. आमे जदि employment relation टाको बुझिବାକୁ चाहिबा ताले both this formal and informal economy is very important to understand employment relations. Employment relation कोन ताको बुझिया पई मन को भितरे गोटे गुरुत्वपूर्ण भूमिका रही. So the wage of formal sector workers are substantially higher than people engaged in the urban informal sector. Formal sector worker माने अधिक पाइथांती लेबर, किंतु informal sector माने कम लेबर पाइथांती engaged in informal sector. Moreover, a range of labor laws guaranteeing permanency of employment and the provision of retirement benefit protect their jobs. Sanka jobs to protect करे in formal sector. So the informal sector is lacking. What is the workers are not in the formal sector, are in the informal sector. So worker माने formal sector no, this one informal sector, other in self-employed or vendor, street vendor, is over. As a result, so So there are laws regulated their employment conditions and workers were to some extent unionized. So mane formal sector लोक माने किसी परिमाण unionized and some certain laws regulated their employment conditions. So Hart, another sociologist, research continued his research, conducted research in Dhaka, so that situation is quite different there. He found that there were a large group of workers who had no fixed employer. अनेक लोकांचे तांकर निर्दिष्ट employer के नाही. आज या पकरे कलता They assemble in the city in the early morning, and those who need day laborers would come there, bargain over the wage, and then employ them for short period. It is the status of the informal sector. Informal sector in you might have observed in every chhaka in the town, either maybe it's Cuttack in Bhubaneswar, there are gathering of people like the labor market. The people come outside or nearby villages or from the buses, from the town and from the adjacent rural areas. They come and gather in the morning. They gather at a particular place. And settle on way, settle a bargain away. They made a bargain with the employer actually settle wage bargain away. So then they work for a short period, employ them for short period, some of them at 1 day or few days, and with no security, only for wage point. So this is the status of it. So in urban economy, comprising factory workers, government employers, teachers, etc. The informal sector. So rural-urban migration and provided cheap labor and cheap food. For lack of any better description, he labeled this section as informal sector. So this was opposite to the informal sector. In formal sector, the term informal sector was born in the ILO. The ILO popularized the informal sector by using it in their employment mission in Kenya. Then Hart, another research scholar, Hart has noted that certain characteristics of informal sector. We have already discussed on this. That is low level of skill, easy entry, low level of payment, and immigrant labors, less protection, lack of unionism. These are some of the other characteristics of informal sector. And workers in this informal sector have a low level of education, and thus they have low level of skill. This is the reason why they are engaged in jobs involved in low technology. And with low technology, they engage away. They have to have no higher degree and skill. Then easy entry. Getting work in the informal sector is comparatively easier than in the formal sector. Formal sector informal sector job paigata comparatively easier. And then Hart spoke on the able-bodied person, irrespective of their skills, possess, can be become a day laborer with a minimum investment. The same person can become a street vendor and sell his or water in the market. The person need not be a job. More workers who normally get work because of less qualifications. So then low paid employment. Low paid. Informal sector में जो workers काम करते they are low paid and their wages are always bargain lowly paid. As the unorganized sector level has no other options, no other opportunity to get employment anywhere, so they are forced to bound this low paid employment, work in the low paid employment. And this informal sector basically composed of the immigrant workers. It is basically immigrant workers को नहीं ही constitute करता है. Immigrant workers को नहीं constitute करता है in informal sector of workers. these are the features laid down of informal sector, laid down by Hart. They show that the informal sector is the place where people with little skills find some work. It's a little skill and such a situation is not ideal. Into this situation, the following it has a low productivity. So, and the productivity of a low, and people with especially from the developed countries point of view, city productivity was low. Then the informal sector will be gradually absorbed in the formal sector. Gradually, when informal sector body jibo, look on the same formal sector absorb. More people will get regular jobs in large enterprise. Laborers will be absorbed in the factories. So many factories are temporary labor. When the temporary labor got adjusted with the factory, such the adjust stage. In formal sector, formal labor. In good industry, we प्रकार लोगों के engage कर. गोटे होची contract labor, गोटे होची this type of informal labor. So the contract labor, they have no regular labor, formal labor or contract labor. जो माने payroll ले थांदी regular payroll ले थांदी, गोटे होची contract labor. Contract labor रा कैसे नहीं? It can be hired and fired. ये कौन से मतलब hire करा जाए तो hire करा जाए तो वो join करा दीजिए तो वो विदा कर दीजिए करें. So, in some cases, these informal workers, this contract labor, may turn into this term to become a regular labor. It is a efficient, intelligent, skills, intelligent, work performance is satisfied, the workers is satisfied, work performance is satisfied. पहले से मुझे से प्रकार की समझना संभव है. तेरे बेले के साथ informal sector का formal sector को transmit किया जाए. Informal sector transitory sector that would be observed in the formal sector. Another section of the informal sector is the street vendor. Informal sector of different group. Informal sector there are number of groups are working in the informal sector. Only working informal sector. Street vendor. Street vendor means those who are selling their product in the street. By opening a thela gadi or like the gupchup wala, the chaat wala, these are called as the street vendor. The fruit seller, the banana seller, the vegetable seller, street vendor. These are also self-employed people, are mainly immigrants. They are self-employed, employee immigrants. They work on the street because they are unable to get regular jobs. Regular job they work in the street. Street vendors can be found in almost all cities, developed and less developed and not developed countries. So street vendors form very large sections of the urban informal sector in developing countries. The street vendors number is not less. The number is also very high in informal sector, urban informal sector. India, one estimate notes that around 2% of the total population is engaged in street vending. भारतर समुदाय जनसंख्यार 2% लोक स्ट्रीट भेंडिंग रे निजको एंगेज करी सेमान पर जीविका निर्वाह करछन रिपोर्ट पाए. In Delhi there are around 3 lakhs street vendors, while Mumbai have 20 lakhs. Mumbai has 20 lakhs and Kolkata has little as 2 lakhs. The total employment provided through street vending become larger. You consider the fact that certain industries were marketing their product. Product को marketing करी किसी लोगों का a lot of goods sold by the street vendors. अनेक गुड़े प्रकार सेल करती street vendors को करा. Then the dimensions of urban formal sector in India. Urban formal sector India dimensions. What are the dimensions or what are the scopes of urban formal sector? So urban formal sector dimensions The workers in the informal sector do not get most of the security given to formal sector workers. Informal sector worker माने formal sector worker माने जेमती security जेमती protection पांती समाने से बड़ी protection व security पांती नहीं. Their jobs are insecure. Jobs of the informal workers are insecure, and most of the laws do not protect them. The कौन सी law protection देनी? The principal labor laws in India is expected to apply to all sections of industrial labor. सब sector in India रे किंतु सेगुड़ा सबु The most important laws regulating work in industries is the Factory Act. All other laws, all other laws such as Employees State Insurance Act, Workmen's Compensation Act, Provident Fund, Family Pension Act, Payment of Gratuity Act apply only to establishment covered by the Factory Act. The Factory Act registered is the establishment to ये समस्या available होगा. This act is applicable only to manufacturing unit which employ minimum of 10 workers use power of manufacturing and minimum of 20 work with the unit. So एतिक लोग यूज करूले एटा सेमानकु अप्लाई हेबो, otherwise not. The self-employed also form a sizable group. The dimension of urban informal sector गोटेला street vendor आउटला self-employed. किछ लोक अछंती they are self-employed. निजे निजे तंकर एम्प्लॉयमेंट करंती हैं sizable समाज में गोटे sizable जेना home based production मन सो कोन करंती ना home based production हैं casual day laborers ए मन सबु सेतरे आछंती. हमरा 91 census show करती the total working population in the country was 317 million. Our total working population 300 million, of which 90.2 million, that is 91%, was in informal sector. 90%, our total labor force 90% informal sector है, बाकी 9 point something in formal sector. ठीक है मुझे. The earning of the workers in the two sectors is differed considerably. Earnings, कितने टंका earning करुचंदी informal sector लोक माने और कितने टंका earn करुचंदी रोजगार करुचंदी formal sector ता भीतर मतलब difference अछि. So organized sector employed 8% of the total labor force. The workers collectively earn around 33% of the country's total wage. The situation has changed since 1991 census. In the same year, on 20 July, the government had placed before Parliament the new industrial policy. A new industrial policy which proposed the restructuring of industry. So that industry was restructure proposed. The informal sector, on the other hand, has grown tremendously. And one of the reasons for the decline of the formal sector is closure of the public sector enterprises. तापर फॉर्मल सेक्टर धीरे क्लोज होक लगला बाटा कमिला तो इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर वृद्धि होको लागला. In 93, around 70% of the workers in the formal sector are employed in the government. 93% जते फॉर्मल जते लोक फॉर्मल सेक्टर एंगेज ले तांका भीतर 70% केवल गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर अछि. क्वासी गवर्नमेंट और पब्लिक सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस अछि. This proportion fell by 1% in 2003. The economic survey of 2005 noted that the public sector employment is 9% of workers in the formal sector. In fact, formal sector employment fell by 1% because of the decline in public sector employment. Then growth of small scale industries. Small scale growth of industries can be growth. What is the pattern of growth in small scale industries? While the formal sector shows a negative growth in employment, the small scale manufacturing sector shows a increase in employment. जेतबेले हमर फॉर्मल सेक्टर रे गोटे नेगेटिव ग्रोथ एम्प्लॉयमेंट रहउची किंतु स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्री रे एम्प्लॉयमेंट का पॉजिटिव अछि एवं एटा गोटे बाउंसी रखु गोटे संभावना नुवा संभावना देखु. The annual pre-budget economic survey shows that small industries have been growing steadily. प्रति NSO sample survey अनेक संग्रह देखी they manufacturing sector, small scale manufacturing sector, the annual growth budget shows small industries having growth stability. Small industries गुड़ा धीरे धीरे वृद्धि होती बोली एक होता है. The 2004-5 survey shows that this sector employ around 28 million workers and its employment is growing by 4%. 28 लाख 28 मिलियन से मैंने एंगेज करते एवं 4% per annum growth. The growth of the small scale industry is again thrust area of industrial policy management. Industrial policy रा गोटे thrust main thrust area main गुरुत्व होची ये small scale industry रा growth. Small scale industry growth हेले it will absorb more people or provide employment to use more people with less investment. It is possible to upgrade the technology and include high technology. So small scale technology रे तांकर technology को upgrade करा गले एवं तांकर high technology use करा जाय पड़ले तांकर production अधिक हवा employment में अधिक हवा. As a result, the small scale industries contribute to 35% of India's export earnings. It is said that this industry, small scale industry, has contributed to 35% in India's export earnings. India's export earnings to 18%. This is certainly a good sign, but it could have been added even if the conditions of labor not remain certain. Condition labor is then rapid growth of small scale industries due to the policy measures of the government, also due to restructuring of large industries. Large industrial restructuring এবং কেতক policy frame যোগু rapid growth, small scale rapid growth. On the other hand, the government in its bid to promote industrial development of these areas, demographic special areas called industrial development zone. So केतक industrial development zone these are operated through the state industrial development corporation. प्रति स्टेट रे गोटे स्टेट एम्प्लॉयमेंट डेवलपमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन थाए एवं तार माध्यम रे समाय टाकू करू. Then composition of informal sector. Informal sector कहा नहीं गठित. Informal sector. As to see, the most Indian cities and urban poor survive by working in the informal sector. Most Indian cities, urban poor survive by working in the informal sector. So, माने informal sector रे काम करेगी survive करो. Most of the population in. The poverty and lack of gainful employment in the rural areas and in the smaller town drive large number of people to the cities for work in informal sector and earn their livelihood. These people generally possess low skill, lack of level of education, low level of education required for their better paid jobs in the informal sector. Then informal sector are the only means for the survival for these people. ये जो लोग मानों पाई informal sector था because it's the only means for their survival. Then for the urban poor, street vending is one of the means of earning livelihood. Urban poor मानों को street vending था गोटे source of earning in the livelihood. Then other employment opportunities for the illiterate, semi-literate, migrant workers in small factories workshop having low level of technology and hence having a greater reliance on physical labor and casual day laborers in construction site or other places. Then the third category that compose informal sector is those who are employed in the formal sector. Third, street vendor roile, migrant labor roile. Third category is those who are employed in the formal sector. Formal sector रे किसी लोग employed है किधे, किंतु सेमाने मध्य informal sector रो भीतरे include ही पारा. सेमाने को माने these are the temporary casual labor or contract labor engaged in formal sector industry of bada bada. Nowadays you found that you might have seen the in industry there are some persons that are engaging or subletting the workers. केमती security guard. गोटे बड़ कंपनी जो फॉर्मल सेक्टर रही सिक्यूरिटी गार्ड इज नॉट ए रेगुलर एम्प्लॉय और नॉट ए फॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइज्ड एम्प्लॉय ऑफ दी it was the contract level. This contract as with a particular contract based security company. इस क्षेत्र में ସେମାନେ कौन करती ना कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेवल हिसाब से काम करती से फॉर्मल सेक्टर रे but they are not the employee of the formal sector, rather they are as a informal sector से काम करती है तो ସେମାନେ ମଧ୍ୟ এই informal sector dimension ଭିତରେ ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି. They are also come under the dimension of the formal sector. Temporary casual labor, many companies, the security staffs are not employees. Simply security staff, canteen staff, even cleaning staff, office staff, cleaning staff. Those people are not contract with the security company. Security member रहिले, ସେମାନେ security company से तंगर contract करते हैं. Company से तंगर these are not right. People are contract with the security company. They are hence contract worker. तेणु तंगर मतलब contract worker बोल जाए. And in the casual and contract worker working in the informal sector organization. In many organizations, we find that contract labor and casual temporary labor is used extensively. ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଏଗୁଡାକ କିଛି କିଛି କାମ ପାଇଁ ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ସେମାନେ ଆଉ ନୂଆ ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ନ ରଖି ବଡ ବଡ କମ୍ପାନୀ ମାନେ ସେମାନେ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରାକ୍ଟ ଦେଇଛନ୍ତି ଯୋଉଥିରେ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ ଏ ହବାର କାରଣ ହଉଛି ଯେ ତାଙ୍କର ସେଥିପାଇଁ କିଛି ରେସ୍ପନ୍ସ ନାହିଁ. ସେଟା ଗୋଟେ ରେଗୁଲାର ଏମ୍ପ୍ଲୟ ହେଲେ ତା ପାଇଁ ତାକୁ ତାର ପ୍ରୋସେସ ଅଫ ସିଲେକ୍ସନ ଦେଲେ ତାର ପ୍ରୋସେସ ଅଫ ଆପଏଣ୍ଟମେଣ୍ଟ ତାର ଯୋଉ କଣ୍ଡିସନିଂ ଅଛି ତାର ଫ୍ୟୁଚର ପ୍ରୋଟେକ୍ସନ ଅଛି ଯାହା ପଡିବ ଏ ସବୁ ମଲ୍ଟିପଲ ଯୋଉ ଲୋକମାନେ ପ୍ରିଫର କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଦିସ୍ କାଇଣ୍ଡ ଅଫ ହାୟରିଂ ତାକୁ ପ୍ରକାର ହାୟରିଂ ବୋଲି କୁହାଯାଇ ପାରିବ. The employment of such labor is because many companies do not want to increase the number of permanent workers. And ସେମାନେ ଚାହାନ୍ତି permanent worker କୁ ବଢେଇବେନି. Permanent worker ପାଇଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ବହୁତ ଦବାକୁ ପଡିବ, ବହୁତ ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ, ଫ୍ୟୁଚର ମଧ୍ୟ ରେସ୍ପନ୍ସିବିଲିଟି ବହୁତ. The reason is that if a worker becomes permanent, then the employer has to make provision for a provident fund, gives gratuity payment at the time of retirement, provide for medical leave and facilities if a person fall ill, also allow a person leave with the pay of specific reasons. In many cases, so remove a permanent from his work is also difficult. The formal sector informal workers like the security guard or canteen boy, एमाने मध्य से कंपनी रो सर्विस पेरोल नथंती तेणु सेमाने मध्य इन्फॉर्मल सेक्टर को कंपोज करन. सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड माने सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड सेमाने मध्य ई कैटेगरी आछुंती. अनदर सेक्शन दैट इज फाउंड विद द फॉर्मल सेक्टर. The informal economy captures the small traders, small self-employed, एगुड़ा सब को इंक्लूड करे. Then I will go to the case study of garment workers. So garment industry, textile industry, the garment industry गुड़ाक आम केतक केस स्टडी गोटे व्यक्ति घटना अध्ययन कर. The case study घटना आम कहीं करुचे why the case studies are studied, because case study this case study of case events will give us an better insight into the people who are engaged in the sector or industry. Engage होची तब better कौन सेटा. The garment industry is one of the largest employer in the informal sector. Informal sector रे जब भी कई अत्यधिक employment होता है जब भी garment industry. So recently you have find that जनती गुजरात रे जो गंजाम हमर लोकल more than 5-6 lakhs लोग work in the Surat रे विभिन्न industry काम करती. तो garment industry one of the largest employees employment provider in informal sector in India, all over the world. With the growing consumerism, there is a growth in the demand for clothes. आगे हमरो थिला लोक माने कोन करथले लोक मानकर खंडे किबा दुई खंड क्लॉथेस थिला because production was very less. Thank you. The production of clothes are made by hand spinning. तंत्र द्वारा करा जाता है तेणु जने लोगों को प्रोडक्शन करया पई बहुत समय लागता so it was limited, but nowadays consumerism has increased. Consumerism बढ़ी consumerism बढ़िया बढ़ रहे with growing consumer there is a growth in the demand for clothes. लुगा पई लोक मान कर पड़ची. People have now, you can count your number of dresses you have. हमर केते ड्रेस अछि वर्तमान में के गई परने कान so market is so much flooded with this garments that we are very frequently purchasing this, as we have also money. तो हमर टंका मध्ये हम पाकर अछि तो हमें variety of dresses we are wearing, so number is exceeding. So with this growing consumer हम भीतर consumerism हमर नुवा नुवा ड्रेस खोजिबा निजे को देखे हवा एवं ए सब करबा होची हमर उडे मनिसर उडे सब प्रवृत्ति. तो consumerism दा इधर बढ़थला आगे लोक मीन्स जति आवश्यक सेति यूज करते किंतु हमें आवश्यकता नताई मतलब हम एक्सेस यूज करते जोटार प्रोडक्ट मध्ये इंपैक्ट मध्ये हमर परिवेश ऊपर पड़ती. तेणु विथ द ग्रोइंग कंज्यूमर देयर इज अ ग्रोथ इन द डिमांड फॉर क्लॉथेस फ्रॉम द स्पेन दैट इज द इंडस्ट्री कैटर्स टू ऑल इनकम ग्रुप. तेणु ये इंडस्ट्री समस्त इनकम ग्रुप, हायर इनकम ग्रुप, मिडिल इनकम ग्रुप, लोअर इनकम ग्रुप, जीरो इनकम ग्रुप समस्त डिमांड से पूर्ण करिवे. Manufacturing clothes that will be brought by the poor and also high price designer and for the upper. There is an ever growing export market. पुणी export मध्ये होची ए जो garment मध्ये होची till 2005 India faced a restriction on export to import buying countries like the USA, European countries that import quota and Indian export clothes. ते पर्यंत 2005 पर्यंत हमें एक्सपोर्ट करि करनो काहेकि तारे भिन्न प्रकार इंपोजिशन तेला किंतु जेतेबेले आफ्टर इंडिया जॉइन द वर्ल्ड WTO वर्ल्ड ट्रेड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन तो इंडिया जॉइन कला 2005 रे ऑल रेस्ट्रिक्शंस ऑन इंपोर्ट मल्टीफाइबर गारमेंट बाय द इंडस्ट्री वाज रिमूव्ड. तो रिमूव होइगला. दिस हैज बीन गिवन इन अ मच बेटर अपॉर्चुनिटी टू इंक्रीज गारमेंट एक्सपोर्ट. हेंस द एक्सपोर्ट मार्केट इज एन इंपोर्टेंट कंपोनेंट इन द गारमेंट इंडस्ट्री. तेनु गारमेंट इंडस्ट्री एटा मध्ये गोटे इंपोर्टेंट कंपोनेंट. There are two types of informal worker in the industry. Those who stitch clothes. Garment industry दुई प्रकार हम देखु जणे जो माने लुगा को सिलाई करंती स्मॉल फैक्ट्रीज एंड those who stitch clothes from home. किछ लोक से फैक्ट्री करंती आ जतक घरे नै सिलाई करंती. The home based worker and factory based worker. So home based workers outnumber the factory based workers. The garment industry factory based workers संख्या कम किंतु home based workers की संख्या बहुत. The home-based workers are exclusively women. In particular, those they work for contractors. The जो home workers माने से रहले से माने को डायरेक्ट कंपनी रो किसी कंसर्न नहीं. They are by the contractors. Contractors engage these house, particularly women. They supply clothes to or कपड़ा दिए तांको से लोक मान को संख्या तो सरला परे तांको दोसी कलेक्शन करे ले जाय. सेटा हला कॉन्ट्रैक्टर अंडर रे सने काम करंती एंड पे देम एट पीस रेट एवं सने को पीस हिसाब रे बहुत एक्सपेक्टेड कम पैसा मत दियंती. द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर विल गिव द वुमेन द clothes for making clothes and will pay them according to the number of garment stitched. केते गारमेंट से स्टिच कले से अनुसार से तार पैसा लिए एक प्रकार प्रोसेस इज रनिंग. तेणु घरे बसिक मध्य लोक आर आल्सो वर्किंग फॉर द इंडस्ट्री गारमेंट इंडस्ट्री. से लोक माने घरे गली एंड इट इज आल्सो सप्लीमेंट टू देयर हस्बैंड इनकम. एरा गुडे तांकर हस्बैंड इनकम को सप्लीमेंट करे. चलिए इन मोस्ट केसेस द वुमेन हैव टू पे फॉर द ट्रेड. द पेमेंट इज लो. Sometimes they make both 20 to 50 per day. बड़े ऐसे जो सूता यूज करते ता पैसा मतलब जाने पाते नहीं बहुत मिनिमम पैसा करने पाते. If the cost of trade increases, their income also decreases. ସେମାନେ ସୂତା ହାତରୁ ସୂତା ୟୁଜ୍ କରିବେ। ତେଣୁ ଯଦି ସୂତାର ପ୍ରାଇସ୍ ବଢ଼ିଗଲା ତାହେଲେ ତାଙ୍କର କଷ୍ଟ ଅଫ୍ ଏବଂ ଇନକମ୍ ମଧ୍ୟ କମିଯିବ। Cost rate increases, income decreases, and they have to stitch more clothes to make up lost income. The founder of Seva, Ila Bhatt, is the founder of the Seva, the Women's Association. Notes in her memories that in 1988 the rate of stitching one petticoat was arrested in Ahmedabad. गोटे पेटिकोट तैयारी ପାଇଁ अहमदाबाद रे मात्र 2 टंका मिलतला. But has shown the way these women belong to Muslim communities. ये women में Muslim community विशेष करी कहेंगी ना जेहेतु Muslim communities are believe in पर्दा system, so they don't go out for in search of employment. So it provides them scope. So as a result, the contractors exploit them. तांकर ये वर्दर पास नहीं contractor मनना तक जो करे. So stitching has to be done by the sewing machine, and they are casually operated by hand or foot. The type of clothes made by these home-based workers is of low quality and cheap. ये जो home-based worker माने जो लुगा the quality of लुगा तैयारी करती, सेटा cheap quality बा low quality एवं cheap है. These are mostly brought by the poor. सेटा मोस्टली cheap quality करू आपको poor माने क्या होती. The other type of workers in the industry are those involved in small factories. Because small factories are involved in country, these workers are different from the home-based workers. They do not work from home, but they work in small factories. These factories are छोटा factories ସେମାନେ ମଧ୍ୟ काम करती. The owner provides them with the machine and other implements. The owner usually produces this garment for a large buyer. The clothes manufactured are of a superior quality that are either exported or are sold in large retail outlets. A Bangladeshi researcher N. Kabir from Sussex University has made an intensive study on women garment workers in Dhaka and London. There are around 20 million women engaged in the garment industry. They give finds. These women work in factories and have modern machines for cutting and stitching fabric. Fabric stitch modern machines. There are 20 million women engaged in garment industry. Garment industry, 20 million women engaged in that point. These women work in factories that have modern sewing machines. Modern sewing machines are factory मैंने बड़े काम करते हैं. The women are from poor households. They are poor people. They can't bargain. Whatever minimum is available to them, they have to work and toil for that. The wages they are paid are low compared to the long hours of work routine. Most of them have a low education, and that about 37% of women have passed primary school and a low education. This is coming. They are also being exploited, and their labor is also. So Bangladesh, the Parda system that Muslim women are expected to adhere tend to the restrict their mobility and bind them to their home. So Kabir, however, argues that for these women, working outside the home is vital for their survival and the survival of their family. The factories have only women workers and they are protected by walls. This makes it possible for the women to work there. For the impoverished women, working in the factory gives them autonomy in their lives. Women working autonomy. These are several implications. After having an independent income, some of the husbands have stopped beating their wives. Income अधिक हवा द्वारा सेमाने husband थारू जो मरा करते सिर्फ रक्षा करते. Some of the household have stopped beating wives. As wives are earning, so some of the husbands are stopping the beating of their wives. women in turn use the extra money for educating their children. So women mane by sitting at the household जो earn कले ताकू से माने use करचंती for the education of their uh, children, both boys and girls. और for improving conditions of home किंबा घरर अवस्था को मतलब तांको द्वारा उन्नति होती. An interesting finding of COVID study is that many of the women invest their money on their daughter education. जोटा कि गोटे positive direction. Despite many positive aspects of women and work in the informal sector, one cannot overlook its obvious exploitative aspect. Women माने काम करछन तार बेसी positive aspect अछि, their economic freedom अछि, तांकर family better होछि, but at the same time it is not free from some kind of exploitation. Exploitations are many. There are different tasks in garment industry besides stitching clothing. These include stitching collars, skirts, sewing buttons and all. Checking the quality of the clothes and ironing them. Stitching and collars or buttons are done by home-based working women. Checking the faults of ironing them. These tasks involve standing for long hours. Long hours study they suffer from various health problems. So their family is neglected. Their health, they suffer from different health problems that facing. So these are also the negative aspect of this. So however, the women are working in huge numbers in the informal sector. The number is increasing day by day. Then we can say it that that informal sector is not only very vast in number but also very varied. Informal sector are both varied. There are a number of occupations in the informal sector. Everything can be included in the informal sector. Even in the formal sector, in the ambit of formal sector, there is also this informal workers. So that's why. So economy, they plays a very important part of our economy because this sector provides a cheap goods and a labor and their input effect make it easier for the affluent and middle class in the cities. The urban informal sector is quite a major part of our everyday life and it is growing every day. Informal sector growing every day. Complete this informal sector, formal sector. Now we will go to changing occupational structure and the impact of economic liberalization. Changing occupational structure. परिवर्तित वृत्तिभित्तिक संरचना and impact of economy एवं ता उपरे अर्थनैतिक उदारीकरणर प्रभाव. So changing occupations पहले कोन हम structure occupational structure every society, every economy has its own occupational structure. प्रत्येक इकोनॉमी ला गोटे निजस्व इकोनॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर अछि. प्रत्येक इकोनॉमी गोटे occupational structure है. And with the passage of time, with the adoption of new economic policy, this economic occupational structure has undergone changes. Number of changes are occurring in this occupational structure. As per the needs and necessities of people, economic levels impact rate एवं लोकमानंकर आवश्यकतार परिवर्तन घटिले occupational structure रे परिवर्तन हुए. And very often, if you open the today's newspaper, you find there is a huge number of advertisement for telemarketing executive, technical writer, compliance executive, salesman, sales executive, customer care executive, MBAs personal students are required. All these kind of advertisement you find in a particular newspaper, different newspaper. One find in this matrimonial advertisement, classified, all these. So what does it mean? That means here that we are witnessing a new kind of occupational structure in new economy. अर्थनीतिर विकास सहित यही प्रकार इकोनॉमी का ऑक्युपेशन स्ट्रक्चर आगु थिला कि देयर वाज एब्सेंट. आमे कौन से लोक ई प्रकार नुआ नुआ ऑक्युपेशन रे ई जो एम्प्लॉयमेंट सब पाउछन जे लोक माने you may say now the people are also now spa then এই सब जो सैलून स्पा एगुड़ा सब जो वोमेन सैलून एगुड़ा सब जो सुयोगी so these are providing new kind of employment so personals are required so every day so that's why everywhere there is a advertisement is shown to work in this salesman sales representative in occupation in gold ornament shops eso various shops re new kind of employment ସବୁ available then एगुड़ा जो new kind of occupation आसुची new economy in India shifted its base from old traditional economy from rural areas to a new type of economy of urban centric there is a change होची हम जो गाँव थिला एग्रीकल्चर बेस्ड इकोनॉमी थिला किंतु वर्तमान नुआ ऑक्युपेशनल चेंज होची द ट्रेड हमें ऑक्युपेशनल इंडस्ट्री रो एग्रीकल्चर रो आसिलो सर्विस सेक्टर गवर्नमेंट रो सर्विस सेक्टर को आसिलो इंडस्ट्री आसिला किंतु वर्तमान आउ गोटे प्रकार नुआ टाइप रो एम्प्लॉयमेंट मतलब सृष्टि कोन ऑक्युपेशनल स्ट्रक्चर चेंज एग्रीकल्चर आसिला का इंडस्ट्री आसिला का गवर्नमेंट सर्विस सेक्टर को आसिला वर्तमान ए सब सेक्टर को आसिला सेक्टर जोड़ा मोर मेंशन करेगी हैं तो से सेक्टर मध्ये आसीगलानी एम्प्लॉयमेंट so these are so occupational structure रे परिवर्तन हो this kind of employment are also providing a huge populations are engaged in these kind of occupations तेणु गोटे रूरल सेंट्रिक ऑक्युपेशनल जो आमे गोटे अर्बन सेंट्रिक ऑक्युपेशनल को गोटे हमर ऑक्युपेशनल स्ट्रक्चर रे गोटे परिवर्तन होछि रूरल सेंट्रिक टू अर्बन सेंट्रिक a closer look at these instances reveal that there are many issues intervened and for clearer understanding we need to highlight these issues अनेक गुडे issues सेटे अछि there is a shift in Indian economy from farm based to farm economy non farm economy but farm based economy to non farm economy की गोटे shift होछि agriculture to industry so Indian economy has some contribution from the rural area to that of urban areas have a bigger contribution to make it rural area as a corollary have both above factors led to change in the rural and urban occupational structure you know rural और urban occupational structure उभय occupational structure रे गोटे change होछि rural area रे मध्य नुआ नुआ occupation होछि जोगुडा को किछि दिन पूर्वे rural area रे देखा जाउ नथिला so in the light of this new occupation creation of new occupation in different sectors perception of people have changed with regard to old occupations perception of मैं गारे सेलून हमें गारे थिलो हमरो पुरे जजमेंट सिस्टम रे हमें बारी को सुबह एमन हमर सेव करथले वर्तमान हमें सेही सेवा पाया पई सेलून्स आर ओपनिंग salons beauty parlors are opening in village areas so these are the changes in the occupational structure so एतरे हमरो new emerging occupational structure the new economy when economy became new a new occupational structure are emerging the नुआ तनति आसुची तबले new occupational structure मध्ये emerge करूची तासହିତ एलम नुआ नुआ occupation सृष्टि होची जोदा हमें एक दिन पूर्व हमें तले आईटी सेक्टर गोटे नुआ आईटी सेक्टर रे वर्तमान ह्यूज एम्प्लॉयमेंट काम करछंती एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिलुची सो सेटा किछि दिन पूर्व दैट वाज नॉट सेटा गोटे इमर्जिंग द न्यू इकोनॉमी जेता हमर आसिला सो न्यू इकोनॉमी गोटे न्यू ऑक्युपेशन हिसाब रे से मध्ये आसिला सो सिंस liberalization India adopts the liberalization policy in 1991 and a wide range of economic reforms were carried out with the aim of liberalize and globalize our economy को liberalize करिया को एवं globalize करिया पई अनेक गुडे रिफॉर्म होची under this both internal and international economic activity the deregulated internal liberalization included the dismantling of a complex industrial licensing system opening of private investors number of sectors so employment and wage are the major potential channel so which the social impact increases social impact का बड़ी बड़ी का जाती so The sectoral distribution of workforce also reveals some surprises. Sectoral distribution of the change. That agriculture, the huge amount percentage of people are engaged previously. Now their percentage in agriculture employment percentage comes out. Again, at about 60-70% of people were engaged in agriculture, but now it has come down to at about 50-55% people who come as line. So other 50% are engaged in industry, allied sector, so there is a new. So an analysis of the unemployment reveals that both rural men and women in the labor force rate of unemployment is sharp. So area employment is sharply podilaning. So this is liberalization economy hela 90s re occupations na bodhila new occupations employment town re urban areas increase, but in the rural area there is a worse situation. The employment has fallen, unemployment has become rampant. So so there is a loss of casual labor employment means as a result there is a dozen so then urban scenario, rural urban scenario after the reform is being introduced. Urban scenario, what is the urban scenario? The work participation rate has declined during this period after 1991 to adoption of economic reform. The largest decline in work participation rate is observed in the age group 45 and above. Work participation 45% the female work participation rate had increased in prime working age group in urban area. Urban area re female working ta badila kintu 45 above working ta kamiya ku lagila. Urban area requires skilled manpower. So skilled nahale employment, skilled manpower nahale janku employment urban area re milu nai. So seta gote problem hoila. The second most practiced employment is merchants in towns. The practiced employment is merchant, shopkeeper, wholesaler, retailer, trade, which are more similar proportions to all places. Urban area re requirement hoila. The proportion of clerical and related workers are higher in large cities compared to smaller cities in India. The skilled manpower constitute 10.3% of the workforce followed by unskilled workers and labor. Among other main occupations, administrative, executive and managerial, medical professional, architect, engineer constitute about 2%. The total working population was that of agriculture and allied activities are less than 1% in the metropolis. जो city और metropolis गुड़ा करे यही क्षेत्र रे executive, professionals, architects, engineers, each of the number of employment बढ़ जाएगा. Occupational differential by sex, caste, and religion is quite distinct. In large cities in India, the widely practiced employment among females is domestic workers, followed by clerical and related workers. Women mane basically homework, domestic worker routile, nale clerical job routile, or related workers like health or nursing person ये सब routile, तार ऐसे job specific किला. A large proportion of working population among scheduled tribes are engaged in low-paid jobs as compared to others. It is also found that the particular profession like skilled manual merchant, shopkeeper and trade proportion Muslims are higher compared to Hindus respective of their urban locality. There is a decline in work participation rate among elder groups. Elder groups the work participation rate decline. This is the urban scenario. And people in urban scenario, some people casual labor, daily labor, contract labor, they have part-time employment. They can't find the whole day in a month, whole day employment in a month, rather their casual employment for 2 days. That is also a concern for urban scenario. So most people are lose their jobs. Most people get new kind of occupations, new kind of occupation of cities was about the small increase, small cities and towns. But at the same time, the work participation rate of female has increased in urban areas. But it is said that about 2/5 of the labor force in urban India are engaged in low-paid jobs as compared to high-paid jobs. Both low-paid jobs engaged, low-paid jobs will be lower large capital as compared to the small cities. So this is about the urban scenario. What is the rural scenario after the reformation, economic reform policies? There are some changes are also occurred in the rural urban occupational structure. National sample survey 55th round reveals that there is a marked shift in the structure of employment in India. Change in employment in India. The shift away from agriculture is fairly dramatic. Decline in the workforce engaged in crop production is higher than agriculture as a whole. Increase in employment based on livestock is high. Livestock. Forestry is not absorbing a large share of workforce. After 70s, there has been the diversification in the demand for agro-based commodities. In other words, the pattern has been the growth in demand for food grain demand. Employment in non-farm employment, cause and effect of some other causes. Non-farm employment मध्ये बढीला, so rural scenario रे non-farm employment बढीला एवं farm employment कमेला एवं commercialization of agricultural products also started during this period. Commercialization and the supply of village agricultural products, village vegetables, supply to the town and other areas are also increased. So, the rural scenario, a number of changes are also occurred in the rural occupational structure. The occupational structure अनेक गुड़े परिवर्तन होला. So these are the changes are then so these are the changes are occurred. So after these changes, due to the economic policy of liberalization, globalization, and privatization and P0 introduction for some changes in the occupational structure, both at the village level, both at rural level, at urban level, a number of changes are occurred. But besides this, you can find some trend of these trends in occupation, which will highlight in the structural features in the new economy. An analysis of the delays reveals that the non-farm employment, the distress thereby does not ground in North India. That is, even well-off farmers belonging to that caste are engaged in non-farm employment. Sectoral diversification, another trend of this post-farm activity is the sectoral diversification resultant in recent years in the process of casualization of workforce. The percentage of casual male workers noted to have gone up. Casual male worker का संख्या बढ़िया लगेगा in cities. Thanking rural urban migration जो है ला बहुत मेल माइग्रेट करी गले रुरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट कमी गला रुरल एग्रीकल्चर एंगेज से कमी गला अनेक लोग सफर से गले से लोक माने जो पळे आसले फॉर कैजुअल वर्कर्स का मेल कैजुअल वर्कर बढ़िला इन टाउन में So similarly, female workers are also increasing in urban centers. Female workers, what is it? Can as the cost of living has increases, so it is unable to manage family with the members the earnings of a single person and the economy. So that's why women are also engaged in some sort of work କିଛି କୋଉ କିଛି ନା କିଛି କାମରେ ସେମାନେ engage ହେବାକୁ ଲାଗିଲେ both for males and females salaried and non salaried work everywhere they are also engaged. Female employment has gone up in small jobs. The jobs are of an informal nature, very low wage, but still the women employment has increases. A new trend in urban area, women employment increases. Then so these are the some of the trends that we found in after in the post economic reform. Economic reform the paravarti samare these are some of the trends that we found. So this we complete this chapter that is this blocks that is block 6 formal sector or informal sector changing operational structure and um, impact of economic liberalization. So these are the some of the basic points. So there is a distinction between formal sector and informal sector. The formal sector nowadays are both there is a growth in both formal sector and informal sector. The growth bhi hochi. And employment in how there is now because of economic policy of liberalization, globalization, and privatization. So now industries are most of the Indian industries are becoming multinational. So with the growth of multinational, growth of corporations, corporate houses, growth of multi MNC, ये सब जो there is a the government field of government scope of government service also increases. So naturally there is a demand. There is a demand for formal sector. Formal sector employment opportunities are becoming more. The formal sector increases. There is a trend of growth in occupations in formal sector. Formal sector employment growth. Second, informal sector at the same time, informal sector growth होती. So there is a parallel growth in both formal and informal sector after economic reform of 1991. India asset liberalization को accept कर सारला परे informal sector अनेक growth of occupation होती. And new occupations in informal sector को introduce new occupations. Stamp vending जो हमारा street vendor रे new प्रकार occupation. People are selling their product, food items को through, other items को through, local product from the variety of products, industrial products, sellouts of the industry. All these number of huge informal workers, ମାନଙ୍କର ସଂଖ୍ୟା ବଢୁଛି ଏବଂ street ରେ their number also increasing. So both formal sector and informal sector are providing higher level of employment to increasing number of people. So both these sectors are simultaneous. So for a growth of an economy, it is required. For the growth of the economy, it is required to have a balance between both these things, formal sector and informal sector. If both this sector is balanced, then economy will grow in a steady pace. So for this, a balanced growth of both the sector, both formal and informal sector is required. And what government has to, it is required that both the informal sector who, there should be the person who work in the informal sector, this should be recorded. This record is required. Government has to record that. So with this, we complete this chapter. Then any questions? Sangram.
Dear learners, any question to sir?
No, sir.
So I don't think any question. So thank you, sir. Thank you for your presentation. I must thanks to our learners also. So might be they have enjoyed the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. ଆସନ୍ତାକାଲି କ୍ଲାସ୍ ହବ କାଲି ଯୋଉ ଆସୁଛି ଆମର ସୂର୍ଯ୍ୟପରାଗ ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ତ ଚେଞ୍ଜେସ୍ ରିକ୍ୱାର୍ଡ
Sir?
କାଲି କ୍ଲାସ୍ ବି ତ ସେଇ 3 ରେ ହବ ଆଉ
हाँ sir.
କାଲି ସେଇ ସମୟରେ ଆଉ थैंक यू सर नमस्कार
नमस्कार.